you're going to need 22 of the number 1 dark green leaves. It's lighter on the other side. And you're going to cut them in half diagonally, just like that. So then you'll end up with 44. You're going to need the fishing wire, like this. A comfortable headband, any black one. 3 1-inch strips of broadcloth, or any material really, that's kind of durable. You don't want one that's stretchy. And then for measuring how long it is, it's going to be from about the ear to ear, so it's right about there. You might have to have your keiki put it on their head and then you can see where, but it's usually right about there. So you measure that length and then leave some extra so you can tie the ends. I usually just double it. You're not going to need that much, but I just measure from there and then I double it. Then you're also going to need the ni'au, and I believe it was about 40 pieces, so 40 individual pieces. Now that I cut all of the leaves in half diagonally, I'm going to take all 3 of the strips, place them on top of each other, fold them in half, and then just tie a knot at the top. So your knot ends up looking like this, just small at the end. And before you start actually weaving, you're going to take your ni'au and we're going to trim off this thick part at the bottom. So it looks like that. The first 4 and the last 4 leaves that you weave will not have any ni'au, none of that in them. So to start, you're going to take a leaf, fold it in half lengthwise. The dark part is on the outside and the light is on the inside. Just pinch in the middle, and it's going to be similar to the way that we weave our hippei with the 4-strand, but this is only a 3-strand. So you're going to do 1 leaf on every, with the 2 on each side. So 1 with the 2 here, and then 1 with the 2 here, and you just repeat it. So we take the first 2 on the left, put your leaf underneath, like this, and then you're going to tuck it in between this puka right here, and then do the same thing the other side. See the bottom? And you just pull it towards your knot over here. So it looks like that. Okay? So you're going to take another leaf, do the same thing, but this time grab these 2 on the right. So same thing, stick it in this puka, and then pull towards the knot. Okay, so I'm going to do that with the other 2. Remember, we're starting off with the first 4, no ni'au, and then the last 4 no ni'au. Now you're going to take 2 pieces of niau, stick it right in the middle of your leaf, but don't let it go past the leaf. Fold in half. And we're going to do the same thing that we did before. So go underneath and then fold in, down, and down. And pull towards the knot. Okay, so it ends up sticking up like this. Make sure that you are always pushing down to make sure that everything is tight. So you pull the leaves down and towards the knot, and then you push these down too. Okay, so it's gonna look a little bit squished, but that's what you want. Okay, so we just did 2 pieces of niau there, and you're gonna take the leaf without niau on the right side, just like in the very beginning. So you're gonna repeat this process where you have 2 pieces of niau on the left and then just the leaf. 2 pieces on the left, just the leaf. Okay. Our pattern will be 4 sets of 2, 8 sets of 3, and then again 4 sets of 2. I just finished the 8 sets of 3. So this is the first 4 that we did with the sets of 2. And the next ones were 8 sets of 3. And now we're going to go back to 4 sets of 2. So I just added the last 4 leaves down here without any niau. So just like how I started over here. Now when I measured from ear to ear, I measured from my own ear to ear. So that's assuming that your keiki has a bigger pole. So if your keiki is smaller, you can do 4 and 4. But for me, when I measured, I did 6 and 6. So for this one, I just did 4 and 4. Just because I'm not sure how big this keiki's head is, and her mama can just add on after if she needs to, but I think this will be good. So from here, we're just going to knot, just like we did over here. We're going to close it off right there. Now you're going to take your fishing wire, hopefully you guys can see, and just get a really long piece and then fold it in half. Okay, so you should have a loop end and then the 2 ends here. Okay, so what you're gonna do, this is the part that's a little bit tricky. So you're gonna put it on your headband, and then we're going to wrap the fishing wire under here where this part is, and we're going to tie a knot just above this knot. Okay, I'm going to double knot that knot with the fishing wire, and then I'll come back so you guys can see. The double knot is right here. And then from here, we're going to wrap this double fishing line around the leaves, in between the leaves, down underneath the headband, And we're just going to keep wrapping all the way around till we get to the other side, till we get there. Once you get about to the middle right here, I like to make a double knot, and then I'll cut it, and then I'll start again to get to the other side. Just because you never know if something were to happen and this were to break, then the whole thing would just come off. Rather than, you know, this part would still stay on, but this one would just kind of be loose. So it just kind of prepares you for performance day in a worst case scenario. So I just cut and then I start again. And then once you, the back will look slightly different from the front, because this is where you weaved the ni'au. It'll be that side, but pretty much the same over there on the front, but it's just you don't see a lot of that white ni'au. And that is the completed headpiece.